this one? No. Who might you be? Uh-oh. Carth is not gonna be happy about this. Let's make sure he's, in a sensible position before we talk to Dustil.
You take a wrong turn somewhere?
Dustil, is that you?
Oh, lovely. It's Father. Figures you'd show up after all this time. How did you manage to get inside the academy?
Through the front doors.
Cute. I wonder how interested Master Uthar would be to know just who he has in his web. Unless you've switched sides, Father. But I doubt that. Just why are you here, Father? Not for me, I hope. Couldn't you have gotten yourself blown up on some ship and spared us this reunion?
Dustil, what are you talking about? I thought you were dead.
Too bad you didn't still think that. Or did you really think I'd be happy to see you? Look, everyone, it's Father, come to rescue me at long last. Sure, he may have left Mother and I to die on Telos, but that doesn't matter.
No, I didn't abandon you. The task force just arrived too late. Telos was in ruins, and your mother... I held her but I looked for you. I swear I looked everywhere.
Ah, save it. You abandoned us long before. We were alone all during the wars, and even once you came back, you still didn't stay.
I didn't have a choice. I was needed.
Yeah? Well, you were needed at home, too. You were needed when the bombing started, and I got captured. You know what? It doesn't matter. Not anymore. I have a new family now, a family that cares about me. I don't need you.
The Sith? You can't mean that. No, the Sith killed your mother. The Sith destroyed Telos.
So? You're the soldier, Father. How many mothers have you killed?
No, you've been brainwashed. The son I knew would never...
You never knew me. You weren't even there to know me, so don't presume to tell me what I would or wouldn't do.
I don't know what's been done to you, but you are coming with me out of here, now.
Touch me, old man, and I'll kill you. Get out! Get out of here before I tell the Sith that you're here.
Calm down, Dustil. Carth is only trying to protect you.
I don't need his protection, not anymore. The Sith give me everything I need.
You can't mean that. The Sith are... they're evil. They're the dark side. They took me away from you and your mother. They're what took you from me.
No, they are not evil. They're not. The dark side is superior. And you were at war long before they came along.
The Sith war to conquer, to rule the helpless. I went to war for you, Dustil, for your freedom, your future.
I don't believe you.
If I failed you, son, then it's my failure. Please don't add to it by becoming part of something evil.
Prove it. Prove that the Sith are so evil, and I'll think about it.
Well, come with us then, and we'll show you.
I'm not gonna follow you around, forget it. If you're caught, they'll just think I was betraying them. I'll stay right here. I won't tell anyone you're here, for now. You find some proof, and you bring it to me. If I hear you asking questions about me, or doing a single thing to jeopardize my position in the Sith, I swear I'll tell everyone what you're up to. You got that, Father? You prove what you're saying is true. I'm not going anywhere otherwise.
I got it, Dustil. I'll be back. I swear it.
A journal entry has been added. Go ahead and read that. Active quests. Finding Dustil. Carth's son has been found, but the reunion was not exactly what he'd hoped. Dustil does not believe anything Carth has to say on the true nature of his new family. Carth is desperate to find some kind of proof in the Academy that the Sith are evil, and bring it to Dustil to open his eyes. We also had aiding Lasho as well. You have convinced Lasho into allowing you to help her recover a relic she was aware of in the Valley of the Dark Lords. An ancient but corrupt Jedi holocron that would surely be worthy of prestige by Master Uthar. She has gone out into the valley to wait for you amongst the pillars in the center of the valley. Fair enough. Carth?
What do you need?
Do you want to talk? You seem pretty upset.
No, what I want is to find something. Anything that will convince Dustil that we're telling the truth. Must be something in the Academy that we can bring to him. Something that would show him what the Sith really are.
Oh, we'll find it, don't worry. It won't be hard in this place. Speaking of, haven't I heard you singing in a tavern somewhere? You have a pretty goofy voice for it. Seriously, though, Telemachus does not care for this kid at all. I think he reminds him too much of himself at that age, and he feels like Carth should really just grab him by the ear and pull him out of here. Just somebody needs to straighten him out. If you're not aware of all the awful things that are going on in the Sith Academy by now, after being here for quite some time it seems, I don't know how I'm going to be able to save you, but we're going to try. For Carth, anyway. I don't think Mac would care if it were not for Carth being his friend. But anyway, let's see if we can go find something that will prove it to him. In truth, he's lucky to get even that much consideration, because as of right now, Dustil's still our enemy. It's just fortunate that he was in such an agreeable mood after so foolishly threatening to expose us. Had he gone further down that road, Telemachus would have thought nothing of gutting him on the spot. Even if it would have wrecked Carth, Mac was not about to risk the fate of the galaxy and Bastila's safety over some ignorant Sith whelp. It just wasn't going to happen. Anyway, it seems like we've reached the center of the Sith Academy, as we're surrounded by all this oppressive Sith statuary. Let's go have a word with the headmaster. Uthar Wynn.
Greetings, young one. You have much to do yet. You have gained little prestige. You will have to work quickly if you hope to best the others.
How might I gain more prestige?
Oh? It is no more complicated than I said. Perform impressive deeds, or bring me a suitably valuable artifact from the Valley of the Dark Lords.
Oh, so it's a popularity contest, basically. Wonderful.
One has to wonder exactly what a Sith Master would find impressive.
Really, however, you should seek out Yuthura and get her advice. She is your trainer, after all, yes?
I have. Where is this valley, anyway?
There is an exit that leads to the surface of the planet. The valley is only a short trip from there. It is not difficult to find.
In my short time here, few have spoken of you, and I'd like to know some more about you.
You wish to know more about me, do you? And why would I indulge your idle curiosity? Will we be good friends, you think? I strived many years to hone my power, until I was able to drive out my predecessor and rule the Academy. If you are smart, you will aim to do the same, or better. There is nothing else you need to know. Do not ask again, young one.
As you wish. Yuthura has taught me the code of the Sith, and I was told it would gain me more prestige if I recite it to you.
Then finish the code as I speak it. Peace is a lie. There is only
Passion.
through passion I gain.
Strength.
Through strength I gain.
Power.
Through power I gain.
Victory.
Through victory,
My chains are broken.
the Force shall free me. Yes, good. You have indeed learned the code of the Sith. Speaking the words and knowing the words are, however, two different things. Tell me then, true or false, victory by any means is desirable.
Well, as Yuthura taught us, that is false. Victory without asserting your dominance over another is hollow.
Well done. I will test you no more. You know the code. Very impressive. Go now. You have done well, but you have not impressed me enough to declare you the victor. I have matters to attend to.
Before I go, I have something to tell you about Yuthura.
Oh? What is my apprentice up to now?
I thought pretty hard about whether Mac might betray Yuthura after gaining her trust, and at the end of the day, he does pity her, but she is still his enemy. She's still a Sith, and anything that will give him a leg up and enable him to be one step closer to the star map, he's going to take it. He doesn't necessarily feel great about it, but he has to do what he has to do. She wants me to help her kill you at the final trial.
I see. It is good that you have come to me with this information, young one. It is a bit ironic that Yuthura has begun her plotting. I have been aware of her growing ambitions for some time, and had in fact already decided to remove her. Normally, the one who gains the most prestige would engage in a final trial. 2 of the students would fight. This time, it will be Yuthura who battles, though she does not yet know it. Perhaps it will be you who combats her. Yes, perhaps so. This is what you can do. Give this pad to Adrenus. He will put some poison in her bath. This will weaken Yuthura for that final test, making her an easy target. Rather generous of me, don't you think?
I'd love to know what's going on in that tricky mind of yours.
For coming to me with this information and betraying your foolish trainer, I feel you are worthy of prestige, young one.
Excellent.
Go now. You have not yet impressed me enough to declare you the victor. I have matters to attend to.
I'll be on my way.
Very well. You have impressed me. Definitely a good start.
Journal entry added. Experience points received, 735. Items received. Take a look at that journal entry. The double cross. Master Uthar has co-opted you into his own plan to turn the tables around on Yuthura. He has given you a datapad with instructions to have Yuthura poisoned in time for the final test. You must locate Adrenus in the exit to the Valley of the Dark Lords and give the datapad to him. The Way of the Sith. You have managed to gain some prestige impressing Master Uthar, but it is not yet enough for him to declare you the victor in your contest with the others. Speak to Yuthura or continue to look around the Academy and the Valley of the Dark Lords to find ways to curry favor with Master Uthar. He also had an item. Sith datapad. This datapad contains coded instructions from Master Uthar to someone by the name of Adrenus. You are not sure of what the instructions detail, save that he requires the Chamberlain to go to Dresde to gather the ingredients. Well, he already told us what he wanted. He wants us to poison Yuthura's bath. Something that Telemachus is not going to do, because he is not a poisoner. In fact, O ye of little faith, Carth, we are going to betray Uthar. We're going to take this information to Yuthura and see what she has to say about it. Despite the fact that we have betrayed her in telling him her plans, we might just be able to further our goals even more by counter-betraying him. But first, let us look around this academy and speak to some of the others here. Jata. Seems that I have little hope in competing against you and the others. Master Uthar did not even speak to me during his speech. Yes, well, we can't all be winners. One of the mods I've added has actually changed Jata's appearance. He was never supposed to look the way he did in the vanilla game. This was what he was supposed to be. So it's good that he's been changed back. I think he's also had some of his dialogue scrubbed. There might have been a quest that was cut from the game that involved him, but as far as I know, no one has made an effort to restore it, so...
There are some students in hiding that refuse to follow an order. Master Uthar wants them found and dead, and is offering a reward for it, too.
Very interesting.
Sorry, I don't have time to speak. My training awaits.
Right. And a guard.
Greetings, student.
Greetings, guard.
Greetings, student.
All have the same things to say, don't you? And this is the way to Dresde. Well, we don't want to go out there yet.
If Master Uthar gives you an order, you'd better follow it. There were some students who disobeyed him, and now they're hiding out on the surface somewhere.
Good to know. Just check around, see if any of these urns are lootable. They don't appear to be. Tamlin and a Sith teacher.
Greetings. You're one of the new hopefuls, aren't you? I imagine you're eager to garner some prestige for Master Uthar.
And who are you?
My name is Tamlin. I'm assigned here to the library, mostly keeping it up to date with new discoveries and such.
New discoveries?
I am adding new entries into our library's database based on the excavations in the valley. Currently, I'm working on Ajunta Paul, quite a fascinating subject.
Who was Ajunta Paul?
Ajunta Paul was one of the first of the great Sith lords. At least, according to the ruins here on Caravan. One of the tombs out in the Valley of the Dark Lords belongs to him. He wielded a powerful sword by all accounts. Some of us believe it might be in that tomb, which is quite exciting.
His sword, you say?
According to legend, Ajunta Paul forged a sword imbued with the essence of the dark side. Someone who found it could gain considerable prestige.
Hasn't any effort been made to recover it?
Some unsuccessful attempts have been made. I truly don't know why a more concerted effort isn't made, however.
What do you know about the sword's powers?
Well, the legends say the sword had dark power, but that may only be a story. We will never know unless we can examine it more closely.
How do I get to this valley?
Well, you simply need to follow the East Passage. There's an exit there which will lead you up to the surface. Look for Tariga. She is in that area and can probably help you.
You mentioned gaining prestige.
Isn't that what you're interested in? Although I suppose you could also keep it.
I suppose so. I've got to be going now.
I imagine you've got a lot to do.
I do. Journal entry added. Sword of Ajunta Paul. You have heard mention of a powerful sword that might be found within the tomb of the ancient Sith Lord, Ajunta Paul. Good to know.
How do you do, hopeful? Seeking prestige, yes.
And who might you be?
I am a trainer here at the Academy. I think I may be able to offer you some aid in gaining prestige, if you desire.
Yes. Can you help me?
Do you know of our renegade students?
The students who refused to kill for Master Uthar.
Those are the ones. It seems you have already heard of them. There is little more I can tell you then. Should you locate their hiding place, you would gain considerable prestige, I am sure. Now, if you will excuse me, I must return to my studies.
So that is all you have to say. Well then. We spoke to Hijata, we spoke to the Sith students, the Sith guards, Tamlin, the teacher. There's nobody else in this area. That way leads to the valley. He said go east to get to the valley. That is not the correct location.
Greetings, student.
Well, I'm not sure where we should go now. I also have a level up apparently, and I think I should do that. Yes. Actually, I will quick save first. Just in case I shouldn't have, which is possible. Attributes, finally. Got a +2 in strength right now. I could bump my constitution to give myself an extra bit of resistance on my fortitude saves. Hang on a minute. What are my stats at right now? I can't exit out of this screen, can I? No. Damn. Alright, well, I know I have a +1 to my con right now off of an implant that's not doing me any good. However, a 20 in strength would be nice. Get as much damage as I can. For skills, we're bumping Persuade again. Powers. Here's where the hard part is. Better Force Lightning? I think so. We are on Korriban after all, and it would make sense that we would be learning these techniques while we were here from the instructors and from Yuthura. So we will go with that. I could have gone with Force Wave. That'll be next time, and then we'll do probably Force Storm as our last power. I don't think we have anything else that we're going to be learning, so that'll work. We accept. 208 vitality, 110 force points, 24 defense, 24 plus 7 to strength. That's crazy. Dexterity 12. If we get another point, we'll put it into Constitution to get it to a +3. But yeah, we're pretty kick-ass for our damage right now. 17 to 36. Even compared to Bastila's two-handed, we're doing gangbusters on that.
Sorry, I don't have time to speak. My training awaits.
Yeah. Well, maybe we return to Yuthura first. Yes, I think that is what we shall do. Oops. Where was she now? There she is.
I understand you have impressed Master Uthar at least a little. That is good. We are one step closer toward completing my plan. Were I you, I would not get too excited just yet. You still have plenty left to do.
I have some news about Uthar.
What? What's happened? Our plan is still intact, I hope.
He plans to have me fight you in the final test.
Ah, how very clever of him. Normally you would face some other student in the tomb, preferably one of the failed ones. Obviously Uthar has decided to get rid of me. But why? Did you say something to him?
No, of course not.
Then how could he suspect? Unless one of the others... Never mind. It is not important now. In the end, it works out better that it is only the two of us in the tomb with him. So long as we refuse to fight. Is there anything else I should know?
He wants you poisoned. I'm supposed to give this pad to Adrenas.
Let me see that. So it's true. Thank you for bringing this to me. Now I will be far stronger than Uthar expects. Here, this pass card will allow you access to Uthar's quarters. It's at the far end of the passages with the other quarters. Take this device as well, and put it inside his cot. No one should see you do it. Then Uthar will be too weak to stand up against us. Don't even think of failing me. You and I are too far into this now to back out.
Very good. Journal entry added, items received, items lost. So she took the data pad that we were supposed to give to Adrenas, but that's no big deal. She wants us to... Yuthura has given you a small device which she says will secretly poison Master Uthar. It must be placed within his bed inside his chambers, for which she has given you a pass card to enter. Regardless of whether or not you do as she wishes, Master Uthar should not be told about your relaying of his plan. No doubt he would not look upon you kindly. Yeah, well, that's the game strongly suggesting we don't do any more in that direction. I'm alright with that. I think we have gained a significant advantage on Uthar. We have a pass card. These pass cards act as keys to the Academy bedrooms. This one specifically meant for the bedroom of Master Uthar. Although why Yuthura would have it, one wonders. Sith device. This small electronic device appears to be completely self-operating. Once attached to a specific surface, it will begin deploying whatever trap is inside. Yuthura has not explained exactly what the device does, simply that it must be placed inside Master Uthar's bed in order to function. Yeah, well, I think we can probably guess what this thing might do. And let's quickly sneak over there. Uthar Wynn's room. We have a footlocker, which we will loot. This is very odd placement. Or a hyper battle stimulant, a frag grenade, and a datapad.
That datapad, just take a look at it. I wonder if Dustil knows his friend was disposed of like that. If not, it might convince Dustil that what we're saying about the Sith is true. It'd be worth a shot.
Hot dog. Looks like we got what we were looking for in regards to Dustil. Let's look at that while we're here. Got a frag grenade as well. Anything else? No. Scroll in, scroll in, scroll in. There we go. This datapad appears to contain numerous entries of notes made by Master Uthar of the Sith Academy. Most prominent of the recent entries is the following. The pupil known as Dustil has shown remarkable progress. His talent with the Force is great. The same, however, cannot be said for the female companion that he arrived with, Celine. She has little talent. Moreover, Dustil holds a great degree of affection for her. This is a weakness in the boy, and has been slowing down his training. Orders were sent this morning to have the girl removed from the academy and terminated. I will tell Dustil that she was killed in the valley. He will forget her soon enough. I think he is too promising to lose at this juncture. Well, no great surprise there. Uthar is a conniving bastard. What else does he have? A footlocker. Well, we're not going to be able to pick it, so let's just bash it open. And we receive Elite Dark Jedi Robes. 4 sets of them. A Jedi Master Robe. And a Sith Mask. Not to mention 450 credits. Let's get those items. Make sure we got those. Right. Let us see. Jedi Master Robe, which we already had one before, and a Sith Mask. Feats required: armor proficiency heavy, immunity to mind affecting, bonus feat, weapon focus lightsaber, regeneration of force points by 1. This mask blocks outside mental influence and other sensory noise, allowing the user to focus their abilities inward with no distraction. It would have been cool if Uthar was actually wearing the thing when we turned up in the academy, but also got all of these amazing things. Elite Dark Jedi Robes, defense bonus of 5, max dexterity bonus of +8, +2 to strength and 2 to wisdom. Designed to provide excellent protection and mobility, these robes were commissioned by Darth Revan for an elite branch of the Dark Jedi that specialize in infiltration and assassination behind enemy lines. Taking inspiration from the ancient Sith iconography, the robes were deliberately made to evoke the image of the first groups of Dark Jedi exiled to the Sith world of Korriban. The power of the dark side emanates from within these robes, striking fear into the hearts of any who look upon their bearer. Interesting. Strength and wisdom +2. These are pretty cool looking, and let's take a look at some of these items that we got. The Sith Mask, for starters. Get a little light. It's pretty cool, this thing. I approve. I would wear it, probably in combination with this blue Dark Jedi robe that we got earlier, though. Where is it? I could have swore we had one. Dark Jedi Night robe. Maybe we haven't found it yet, but there's a blue variant that kind of looks like the robe that we have, or that we used to wear when we weren't on Korriban. But for now, let's take a look at these Jedi robes. They're pretty badass looking. This one is the standard gray one, but there's several variants. They all do the same thing. Try this one. This one is the blue. And probably the red, I would think. No, that one's the white. So the last one would be the red. No, that's blue again. Hard to differentiate. I probably should have put different icons for them, I suppose. That is gray. I'm gonna find it. That one. Okay, that's the female model. Interesting. That would actually be a better disguise for Bastila than what she's wearing now. But I think I'll just leave her as is. There it is. There's the red. So that's all neat. I'm not sure if the females have color variants like these, but yeah. I probably should have designated so that we'd know which ones were which. Oh well. This was actually a mod made by somebody else that I did some tinkering with. Placing it in the game here seemed to be the most sensible location for that type of stuff. What was I wearing? I was wearing a Dark Jedi Knight robe. Let's take that mask off for now. Even though it's cool and I like it, doesn't really fit my character at the moment. I like to be able to see my character's face. Now this bed. The device could easily be placed underneath the bed. It apparently will stick to the metal and be well out of sight. Let's place the device. When where the device crawls away upon being placed, it is done. Journal entry added and experience points received 500. Let's look at the entry. Be double cross right there. You have placed Yuthura's device in Master Uthar's bed, meaning he should be poisoned in time for the final test in the tomb of Nagasato. This should make him much easier to defeat there. Hopefully Master Uthar does not find out about your involvement in the scheme before that time comes. Now it says poisoning. And I mentioned Mac doesn't really support poisoning, but that being said, I guess he doesn't know that it's poison. He just... I think he probably understood that it might have been like a bomb or something that might injure him in time for the final duel. Like it might scurry and jump into his bag or something. Give him a bit of an advantage, and he's perfectly fine with that. But whatever, it's done. You've turned over Master Uthar's datapad to Yuthura, effectively eliminating any possibility of her being poisoned. It would probably not be a good idea to reveal this particular detail to Master Uthar. In the Code of the Sith, you were successful in demonstrating to Master Uthar your knowledge of the Code of the Sith. He was impressed, and you have gained prestige, though you will no doubt have to do much more than this to prove your final worth. Nothing else, it seems. Now let's get out of here before anyone sees us. Nip into one of these corridors.